Yo guys, how's it going? I'm Bar Monk the Benevolent, and today we're going to spend a little time talking about some of the serious problems of our economy. Drug addiction has become a huge problem these days in the community, and I myself am a recovering addict, and I've been doing mighty well, I might add. Especially as in comparison to the last few years where I was really having a rough time. I just wanted to go over a few things, like, for instance, in my experience, one of the hardest things that I've had to deal with is that friends, family alike, they kind of shun you away. They look at you like you're not even the same person that you were before, and it's like, even without doing any of the typical shisty things that people in that situation do, like stealing for money and stuff like that, like, even without that, like, just the second that they find out that you have a problem with addiction, they just start looking at you differently. They start treating you differently. They don't trust you. They don't want you around. They kind of shun you out, And it's like that isolation, that feeling of being alone drives people like me and other people who have struggled with addiction way farther down that rabbit hole, It's really, it's up to you as their friends and family, to be there for them, to create a support system for them. You can ask any professional anywhere and they'll tell you that's one of the most important steps to people recovering. But when you start treating them like they're just common criminals because they have a problem and they come to you for help, that just makes you the criminal. Like, how can you deny your friends and family help? Like, don't you want them to get better? You'd think that people these days would, put forth more of an effort of some kind, and that they would actually want to see their family, helped. They would want to see these people clean again and doing well for themselves. But in my experience, not a single person that I ever counted on before addiction was there during addiction, or even at the end of. It's like the people you once thought of as your closest friends, your family even, they just aren't there for you anymore. And that's the hardest part about recovering from addiction in my personal experience. It's a hard enough issue as it is, but when you just don't have anyone there for you and you find yourself in a corner feeling nothing but alone all the time, it kind of just promotes suicide over finding help, because when you're at that point, it just feels like there is no help. The people you once turned to for help no longer will help you because now they can't trust you. And, it's just a shame. I just wish that someone would have been there for me, like I was one of the lucky few that was strong enough to be able to have a wonderful girlfriend who stood by me, and, that was enough for me. But as far as my friends went, my closest fucking friends in the world, with the exception of one, Tyler, you're my homie, they all just kind of fell out. Like, that they avoided me intentionally and didn't want to be around me, and it just made me feel worse, and it made my problem worse. And like, even explaining that to them, you would think that they would turn around and like want to help, be like, you know what, you're right, I'm sorry, we have been treating you differently. But they don't. They never do. They always just continue to do whatever is best for them, and if they feel like you're a liability to them, then they don't want to help. And it's like, people like them don't realize that they're the reason this problem gets so bad. So I'm putting this up here, and I just want anyone to know, whoever sees this, I'll leave my contact information in the description below. And if you ever need someone to talk to, if you ever need someone to be there for you because your family and friends turned on you the same way mine turned on me when they found out about my problem, I'll leave my personal information in the description so that you can get a hold of me night or day, anytime you want. I will do my best to respond to all of you who need help and just need someone to talk to. Because, sometimes that's all it takes, is just having someone to talk to, or other people sharing that problem to talk to, and, people who are striving for the same goal. So if you're seeking help and you need someone to be there for you, my information's in the description. I'll be your friend. I'll talk to you anytime you guys want. I'm tired of seeing people struggle, friends and family alike. I watched my next door neighbor die to addiction. I watched some of my family, my best friends, all pass away to the same thing. And I was well on the same route for it happening to me. But I was able to somehow magically, I was able to keep it from reaching that point. And now I'm in a position where I'm better off getting help. And, it's no thanks to anyone but me and the wonderful lady that I live with. Most of my family I didn't even tell about, because I seen the way that they looked at me when they found out that I was smoking weed as a teenager, and it would have just been the same thing. I would have been just shunned away. So most of my family didn't even know the problem that I was going through. And I don't want to have to see anyone feel like they're alone. I don't want anyone to believe that they don't have anyone they can count on or that they can turn to. I just want everyone out there to know that, someone will listen. And if you can't find someone, I'll be that someone, all right? I don't want to see any more people die to drug addictions and these problems that usually come from feeling alone and like nobody has friends, or like nobody cares about you. But I just want you to know, it's not worth it, man. People are assholes. But not all of us are that way. There's a few good people, and I'm hoping that maybe through this video and, the future ones to come, that maybe I'll be able to find some of you people who are great friends just having a hard time. And maybe we'll be able to be great friends. And, maybe somehow I can help just even one of you. That would make me so happy if I could help just one person through the same problem that I had to struggle with. Because I just really don't want to see any more people have to suffer and feel alone. Because it hurts so bad to know that there's no one there for you. I personally know. It sucks. So, I want to thank all you guys for watching this video to the end, and if you know anyone who's struggling with drug addiction, or even just someone who's feeling alone because of their addiction, I just want you to know I'm there for you guys, for them, for anyone. So share this with your friends, share this with anyone who you think could benefit from having, someone to talk to about their problems. I'm not a licensed therapist or a psychiatrist or a cop or any of those sorts. I'm just someone who struggled through a similar problem, and I didn't have anyone there for me, and it made everything harder. So I want to be there for anyone I can. There's nothing else to say, but be careful out there, guys, and just remember you're not always alone. There's someone out there cares, maybe even someone you don't know. I care. You guys take it easy. Love you all.